And on this week's show, we go back down the mines, stuff a classic Williams arcade machine in our pocket, enjoy an end of season party in the pit lane, and check out a super rare game that nobody can afford.
Oh, hello! Yes, it is me! It is Jace at Retrogames! Oh, how are you? Hello, how are you? I'm so worried about you. I'm so glad you're here to join me on this Friday. It is Friday, thank goodness! Another Friday ticked off the list. How are you? Happy Retrogames Day. You're missing me, aren't you? You miss me this week because, you know, this week has been hard. It's been hard. It's chaos out there, isn't it? It's chaos. And sometimes you just need to relax, chill out, sit on the toilet, put on your phone and watch this old git while you have a poo. I don't know. I think that's what you're all doing. That's the only reason I can imagine you would watch this. Some reason my ugly mug on the screen helps you let go. What can I say? Maybe. Shall we move on? Yes, feeling festive? Are we feeling festive? You got your Christmas list in? Have you told your loved ones that you want something old and crusty? Not me. Let's get on with it. How does this show work again?
Well, it's quite simple, really. Every week we get loads of new games, so Jace holds them up to the camera and tells you how much they're worth. What else do you want?
Now, what would you think if I was about to show you Manic Miner on the Amstrad? Boring, but it's not boring. Here's a different version of Manic Miner for the Amstrad, released on Alan Sugar's own Amsoft label. Yes, with different artwork. So what sleeves do we have for Manic Miner? We have the original Bug Bite sleeve, and then we've got the replace of the Miner sleeve, the second sleeve, and then we've got the Software Projects version, which looks like that. And now we've got this one. Yeah, it is very different. It's just funny to have Manic Miner's a game that we all know, 8-bit platformer, Matthew Smith. I don't have to talk about Manic Miner, you all know about this, but it's just nice to see a different sleeve version, and it's a lot rarer because Software Projects released their version on the Amstrad anyway. For some reason Amsoft also released it. They did this with quite a lot of games. They bought the licenses to games, but not exclusively. So the original company released them for the Amstrad, and then they released them for the Amstrad too.
Now this seems like a great opportunity to do a comparison. This is the classic Spectrum version. Just soak it in. It was super tough. One of the earliest platform games on the Spectrum. Yeah, the theme tune, very important. The sound effects. Okay, now let's do a little comparison. What's it like on the Commodore 64? Okay, so while it looks very similar, let's concentrate on the music. It's the Hall of the Mountain Kings, a famous piece of classical music. Slightly different order for the notes in this version, but there's a glitch. It makes a little pop as it loops back round. It is so aggravating. It's a terrible bug in the game. I'll shut up so you can hear it. Ouch! Yes, that is a proper audio pop. Now here is the specifically Amsoft branded Manic Miner for the Amstrad CPC series. And you can spot what's wrong with it almost immediately, can't you? Yes, there is no sound drag at all. If the very humble ZX Spectrum can churn out a theme while you play the game, then I'm sure the Amstrad could have too. A different sleeve variant again. Yes, Manic Miner for the Sam Coupe. Wow, now we're talking. A reason to own a Sam Coupe. I know what you're thinking. This looks amazing. But while it is similar, is it anything to do with the original Manic Miner? Faster, much more forgiving gameplay, all new levels, and a fantastic remix version of the soundtrack had nothing to do with Matthew Smith. Now let's remember another unusual version of Manic Miner, and that's for the Game Boy Advance. Yes, it's weird, isn't it? Game Boy Advance got Manic Miner, and it's a bit more faithful to the original. Wow, isn't that fast though? It's still Central Cavern, it's still the first level, it's still quite tough, but wow, it's so nippy, this game. As strange as it seems, I think I prefer the Spectrum original.
What's on the table?
Now, I can't remember if we've had this game on the show before. This is a game released in the USA for the Atari VCS. It is called Name This Game. They dared to release a game without a title. It is bizarre, isn't it? Bizarre. You actually could send off and put suggestions for the game. Not that they were going to re-release it with an actual proper name. They weren't, were they? That would never happen. So they released it as Name This Game. Isn't that very strange? Let's check out the game first.
Okay, Hungry Octopus. There, I've named it. I've named it already. It's pretty easy to name a game with an octopus in it. You just use the word octopus and you put another word with it. Octopus Fun, Greedy Octopus, Tentacles of Doom, Squid Games. Anyway, it's a pretty simple underwater shooter. That little tube that comes out is to replenish your oxygen from the boat above. Kill the sharks, keep shooting the tentacles because they get longer and longer. And if they touch you, you will die. I mean, it's a very simple game, not much to it.
And there we have the box. Definitely a diver's theme there. Definitely shoot the octopus. US Games is the label. It's such a strange thing. I can't imagine any other company released anything else like this ever. What do you reckon? A game without a name? Purposely. On purpose? Yeah, maybe games with the wrong name. There's a few of those around, you know, Monkey Kong and Continental Circuit, things like that. But yeah, this was actually released without a name. And there we have the cartridge and a little instruction sheet. Beautiful. What a strange anomaly in the world of video games.
Oh, now, is it just me? Or is today like just a really itchy day? It's like really itchy. Oh, it's such an itchy day. It is, isn't it? It's an itchy day.
Now, here's an interesting game. This is Defender. It's Defender, but as a keychain. We all love the classic LCD Defender.
There are 13 different titles in the Tiger Extreme Chain Games series. These include lots of arcade coin-op classics like Millipede, Joust, and the ever-popular Tempest. The screen is detailed, but the controls are tiny, making it perfect for games like Pong or Activision's Kaboom. How about a Sonic in your pocket, or even a little bit of fishing? Addictive puzzlers like Match 4 and the infuriating reaction test Split Second. Small Soldiers is the only movie-related title, but by far the rarest is this, Moon Patrol. Yes, a pocket version of Moon Patrol, I want it.
Very rare these now, and got a lovely stretchy phone cable to like connect it to your belt, which means you can connect it to your belt hoops, and then you're never going to lose it. It's going to be playing it on that little stretchy bit of string, and then you can just let it bounce straight back into your pocket. What do you think? I think it's a good idea.
You listen here, bruv. If you don't send me a Christmas card, I'm going to end you.
Now, a couple of games here for the BBC Model B. That backbone of British education, that monstrous huge computer that got slimmed down into the Electron. Well, there's a couple of games here by Icon. And they're unusual games, and this game is called Drain Mania. Any game where you are playing down the drain, I'm interested. Check it out.
Now there seems to be a slightly emotional intro to this. This has got feeling, it's got passion. Drain Mania is a game where a love of sewers is an advantage. Do you need me to read it anymore? This bit is so British. You play an athletic chap called Theodore, who roams the various corridors of the system in search of a way out. Now, if you don't think this looks a little bit familiar, then you should be ashamed of yourself, and I don't think you can call yourself a retro gamer anymore, because this is a rip-off of a very, very well-known game, and that game is the original Mario Brothers on the NES. Of course it is. That's what all the drain pipes are about.
And there it is, beautiful clam case, Drain Mania. Let's open it up. Oh, there we have it. On the Icon label. That is not the only Icon game I'm showing you right now. I have this. This game is called Chrysalis. Let's check Chrysalis out on the Icon label.
The perfect introduction to a game. It is a lovely sunny day in the Cabbage Patch. Icon have brought us another very familiar game. It immediately reminded me of Ladybug on the ColecoVision. Yeah, go around the maze. There's these funny little doors that only move one way. You can block off the bad guy. What is he? Space hopper? Space hopper like the wrong way around? I don't know. But we're obviously a bug. What I do like are those bonus items. Yeah, that is a McDonald's logo, isn't it? I'm going to get the McDonald's. Yes, burgers, yum.
And what a beautiful thing. Yes, it is sealed. It is mint and sealed. You don't get many clam case sealed games, so it's always quite exciting when you get one. But I do love the artwork on that. Isn't that groovy? I mean, yeah, sure. It's like someone's teenage daughter decided to get the felt tips out. I love it. I love that kind of basic, cutesy, fun. Oh, I did this for you, Dad. Inlays. Yeah, love it. Move on, Jace.
Some people have been saying that I am Marvin. I am Marvin. Of course I'm not Marvin. Marvin's a box with some lights in. I'm a sophisticated postage and packing industrial robot. There's one thing I can say about this. Humans are fake.
Is it bright enough in here to play a solar-powered LCD game? I hope so. This is a classic from Bandai. I'd say in the English translation is Tengoku and Jigoku. Tengoku and Jikogu. No, one more time. Tengoku and Jigoku. Got there, we got there. Yeah, beautiful game. It is one of those solar panelled little, like a compact case, like a lady's makeup compact case. Let's open it up. There, all beautiful. It's got the manual. It's got the original plastic bag. Let's slip this outside. Oh, look at that condition. That is amazing. It's like brand new. Tiny. It's a tiny little game. Let's open it up. There we have it. There's the solar panels in the top. And there is the LCD display. Now, if I can get enough brightness, I'll try and play it.
Despite its size, this is a game with two distinct stages. Climb the rope and jump the clouds in an avoiding loop. And then you get to the second stage, where you must catch the bananas. Excuse the trickery, it was very difficult to get enough light to play this game.
Yeah, not really enough light in here to be able to play it. And that's what happens when you record in such a dark, horrible, foreboding place.
Come on the table, put more things on me. Come on, what else are you going to put on me, please? More things on the table, please.
Now, I don't believe we've covered anything for a long time for the Mattel Aquarius. Yes, what a beautiful hunk of machine that is. I don't really like the Aquarius much. It's the way that the power lead is permanently stuck into the machine. It's the only computer that I can think of where the power lead is actually connected. MSX, yes, is the same, but the power lead goes to a power supply. It's just bulky, awkward, messy. I don't like it. Anyway, enough of me moaning about the Mattel Aquarius. Very unpopular machine, but released in the UK. And how about this? This is Invaders. Let's check out Invaders for the Mattel Aquarius.
So this is a third-party game by Add-On Electronics, and the shields at the bottom look very much like the Play School house. But it's those yellow aliens at the top which freak me out, because they look like two people sitting next to each other. Then they changed to two people sitting next to each other wearing hats. Yeah, it's very odd graphics. I can't see that yellow one as an alien at all. What about you?
And here it is, very nice condition, made by Add-On. Add-On. They made one of the very, very few third-party producers for the Mattel Aquarius. And it's just nice to get some Aquarius on the show. I might get some more Aquarius on the show soon.
Or perhaps try and put something interesting on the show instead.
Commodore 64. Yes, here's a nice clam case game. This is Hunter by Terminal. And you might be wondering, oh, I think I've heard of that game. You're probably thinking of Hunter by Thalamus. This is not Hunter by Thalamus. This is what Hunter by Terminal is like.
Tough, that's what it's like. Yeah, it's a grid-based shooter. All these strange flying vehicles are trying to get you. You have to quickly turn around and shoot them. They are absolutely hunting you down. You're not the hunter, you're the hunted. That's another level clear. It is a simple game. The graphics are very basic, but it's fast. And it is most definitely challenging.
But it's a beautiful item. It is an early release. I do like these Terminal clam cases. Never came with separate manuals, but they always suffer with this like glue bleed through the cassette label. Nothing you can do about that. That is the aging of paper and glue. That's just what happens with those. But very nice early game for the Commodore 64, 1983. What's next?
What's on the table?
Another great title for the Commodore 64 here. This is called The Big deal. And the reason I'm putting it on the show is because I only realised something about it very recently. And that is that it's a sequel. It is a sequel to Floyd the Droid, another really rare game for the Commodore 64, but also a very good game. So let's just check out The Big Deal.
Well ahead of its time, this is a robot cooking game. It reminds me of Job Simulator and the old VR consoles. Move between various workstations, chopping veg, putting things in saucepans, washing things, preparing completed meals and trying to satisfy the angry customers. If you don't satisfy them, they tend to do this. Ow! There's no need for that.
And there it is, and you can tell that is Floyd the Droid on the front. It's a very nice clam case game. Beautiful condition. There it is, radar soft. Is there a third Floyd the Droid game? I'm not so sure there is, sadly. Spectrum! Every time. Yeah, Grand Prix Manager for the Spectrum by Silicon Joy. Now this might be easy to get this mixed up with Formula 1 by CRL, probably the greatest Formula 1 management game on any 8-bit system. I love it. I absolutely, it's one of my top 10 games on the Spectrum. Anyway, this is Silicon Joy's version of it. Now Silicon Joy is a spin-off label of Addictive, Kevin Tom's label behind Football Manager. But Silicon Joy was their spin-off label. Let's check out Grand Prix Manager on the Silicon Joy label.
Now I think this may be written in BASIC, so I have speeded it up. This is 4 times speed. Okay, we're selecting our driver. Let's have James Hunt. No, you can't have James Hunt. He's already taken. So we'll have Alain Prost. Yes, I'm a bit of a Formula 1 fan. Hiring the mechanics. Remember, this is 4 times speed, so we're whizzing through this. Okay, let's hire some. We've hired a couple of mechanics. Drivers. Should we just go to the race? Let's go to the race. Oh, there's a bit of a summary before we get to the race. Renault's hired some mechanics, Williams has improved their car, and Lotus has hired some. Now you can muck around before the race with the angle of the wing. Look at the graphics here. Yes, you can move that line to represent the angle of your wing. Okay, back to real speed now. Let's go back to real speed for the race. You can watch the entire track being drawn before you play. And here are the cars. There's only 6 cars in the race. This is the highlights. We're going straight to lap 44. Something happened at lap 44. I think it's a pit stop. We've got a little status there. Look, our temperature's a little bit higher and our fuel is going down. Now, I don't often show modern games, but this is what a pit stop looks like in one of your current Formula 1 racing games. Yeah, it's pretty slick. And that was a nose change as well while we were in.
Okay, go. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
Brilliant. Well, this is a pit stop, 1980s style. Are they dancing? So the cars come in and they're having a bit of a boogie. I know I shouldn't laugh at how pathetic this is, but it's pretty pathetic. Let's see the track draw itself back in, ready for the big finale, the big end to the race. Oh, we got overtaken. Again. And I think that's it. I think that is the end of the race. What an incredible race. Car number 2 won. Well done.
And there it is, super rare game. I mean, it's brave to put that screenshot on the front of the box, isn't it? Because it doesn't exactly look scintillating. And there we have the cassette and the inlay. A beautiful game. I think it's very expensive. What do you think?
What's on the table?
So who likes a bit of Fatal Fury Special? What, on the PC Engine? Yes, on the PC Engine. Renowned as a Neo Geo game, really, Fatal Fury. Though Fatal Fury came out in so many things, Super Famicom, loads of Fatal Fury, SNES, Fatal Fury on Mega Drive, on PlayStation. Fatal Fury is everywhere. There is Fatal Fury everywhere. And it's the kind of Fury that really is fatal, which is tricky. Let's just check it out first. This is Fatal Fury Special for PC Engine, CD-ROM or Super CD.
And straight away, you've got to say, what an impressive looking game. It looks like the Neo Geo version. It's up there. It looks better than the SNES version. Yeah, it's impressive. Oh, right in the happy sacks.
Incredible condition. There we have the spine card. We do love the spine cards. And we'll open it up and there is the disc and the game. Wow, very nice. A bit of fighting action on your PC Engine. What do you think of that? Worth this much?
Here it comes, it's number one.
Get excited, it's a Neo Geo AES game. Yeah! Shock Troopers Second Squad. Oh my god, this is an expensive, rare game. But let's show you it in action first.
Shock Troopers Second Squad.
Before you get into the game properly, you're allowed to practice the controls. This is a multi-directional scrolling shooter, and it's got vehicles. Yeah, very, very lovely driving around in tanks. Oh, and look at that digitised explosion. Very exciting. Let's get into the game proper. This is going to be fun, and I do love the explosions straight away. You can see the heritage from Tato's Commando or Ikari Warriors, Victory Road, all those. Yeah, you can blow up all these vehicles. You can get in them, but you can also blow them up. And then we can even use this one. I think we can use this one for cover now. Yes, I just got him before he chucked his grenade. I do love these chunky, multicoloured bitmap sprites. It just seems so exciting. It's a lot more exciting. Is that car bleeding? I think it's because it was over a fire hydrant. Let's walk sideways for a bit. There's definitely a feeling of Gunstar Heroes, Metal Slug, that kind of arcade action. Very beautiful little vehicles. Well, let's take out these guys before we start driving. Oh, there's something else. And what's he throwing there? Spider webs? I guess they're like nets to catch you in. Yeah, just blast him. Set him on fire. Let's go. Now this thing's got some good firepower. Look at that. That's like road blasters, isn't it? Like that gun you get comes off the top of the helicopter in road. I relate every game to 100 other games. Sorry about that, it's annoying. Gas clouds. Like so many Neo Geo games, there's such massive variety in the enemies. The attention to detail really is like nothing else. Oh, GTA style, let's just run these boys over. Whoa, now that is a big explosion. And of course there is plenty of end of level boss action. I hate end of level bosses, always have done since the first R-Type. You know, they spoil your progress in a big way, don't they? And basically they just take too much skill, like somersaulting over these bullets. He's going to do something funny now. Oh, yeah, look, some massive eyeball style bullets. What a great game though.
And there it is, Shock Troopers. It's beautiful. These later games have these proper, I mean, they're very similar to the Neo Geo Pocket cases. That really grip. They're like made to withstand a nuclear attack. Very heavy duty, military-like, I would say, military-like. And there we have the cartridge. And there we have the manual in its plastic bag as originally shipped. Beautiful condition. Can anybody afford it? Can anybody afford this?
What will a vampire never buy from the supermarket? Steak.
Phew! Phew! That is enough, isn't it? I think that is enough for another episode. You've seen enough stuff. There's loads more stuff to come. There always is. Now, this is the last show I'm going to do before our Christmas special. I need a couple of weeks to work on that. I don't know how good it's going to be, but it's going to come out on Christmas Eve. Put it in your diary. Christmas is worth... I'm looking at the camera, checking the cameras. I haven't done that for ages. Yes, Christmas is coming. The big Christmas Retro Games show. It's all about memories, reliving memories of your past. If you have a memory you haven't told me about, email me at that email address and I'll talk about it on the show. Any content is well received. I'm looking forward to it. So it's only a little break, but I'll be back Christmas Eve, 6 o'clock PM. The Retro Games Christmas show number 3. Wow! We're already number 3. Thank you for watching this week. Until next time, happy Christmas, Retro Gamers!
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
Alright, Jace. Now, if you can imagine the biggest, and I mean absolutely massive, Christmas pudding. Can you imagine that? Like, it's absolutely massive. It's huge. It fills up like the whole room. This giant, massive Christmas pudding. That's you, that is.